Okay, so now we'll see what are arrays. So array. Okay, so arrays can be of two types. One are static arrays. Static arrays are constant in size. Dynamic arrays, the size can change. Um, uh, uh, a typical example for array could be a list in Python, right? You have a list. The list A is equal to, so A is assigned as 1 comma 9 comma 6 comma like that. So this is an array. Now this is an example. This is in Python, it's a dynamic array because you can change the size of this list, right? You can add elements to A and delete elements from A. But the static array is a constant size. Basically, you allocate memory and the size is constant. While dynamic array can, more memory is allocated dynamically and size can change. Okay, so take an example of a static array. Let us say a list or an array of length 6. The first element is like this, apple, toy, bell, clock, game, plant. These are the elements, the data in each entry of the array, and indexes the entries. For example, okay, now I want to access the array. I want to say what is the entry or what is the data at the index 3. So index 3 means the fourth element. So you start from 0, 1, 2, 3. It's clock. So array 3 is clock. So in this way, you can access the data which is at this index of the array. Then search. I want to search whether my entry bell is there anywhere in this array, or you want to get where exactly is the entry bell. So um, this index will return you the location of or the index of that particular entry. If it exists, if that entry is not there in the array, then the returned value is, let's say, -1 or something like that, or none, which will indicate that this value is not there in the array. Now, on the other hand, dynamic array, in addition to access and search, it can also have operations which can change the length of the array. For example, appending, inserting, removing. Okay, let's look at this one by one. So we have taken the example, apple, toy, bell, clock, plant. This is an array. So I have implemented it using the Python list, but the uh, abstract data type is simply an array. So I can append. What is the meaning of append? Append means it at the end only that entry will be added. The entry is added at the end of the array. At the last, so the size of the array increases by 1, and the last entry is the new one, the one which we have added, so appended. So this appending is, for example, there's a function called append in the list of an array, and we use that to append entry hurry into this list. Now I can also insert at some intermediate position. So append is acting here, so I'm appending here, but the insert can insert anywhere in the middle also, right? So I meant inserting the entry hurry to the third location in this array. Then location 3 means it will appear at the index 3, and everything else will be moved by one positions further. Similarly, I can remove some element. So I have to first find out where is that element, and wherever it occurs, I just remove it. For example, the plant, I have to first search this one, this one, this one. Finally, I found a plant here, and then I remove it. So these are the operations possible in this. Now, a very important analysis, the complexity analysis. What is the complexity of all these operations? In a static array, the access function has a complexity O1. Why O1? So a static array is given to you. There are different entries here, and you want to say what is the data stored at position number 3, let's say. So it goes to the position 3 and fetches the data from there, and that is it. So the complexity is constant. It doesn't matter what is the size of the array. It doesn't matter. Yeah, so it just, you move to that location, fetch that data, and that is it. So it's it is constant time complexity. Whereas search operation, now I want to find where is Bell in the entire array. I have to go to each entry, check whether is this equal to Bell? No. Is this equal to Bell? No. Is this equal to Bell? No. Is this equal to Bell? Yes. So basically I have to travel all entries until I find a Bell, and it is possible that that Bell is at the end of the array. So in worst case scenario, you have to traverse the entire array to be able to find where is your key or your entry. So therefore the worst time complexity is you have to go through all the elements, so of the order of n, so the big O n. That is the complexity. Now come to dynamic arrays. Dynamic arrays, access and search are exactly same as static array, no difference. Now what about insertion? I want to insert an entry somewhere, let's say in between. What does that mean? I go to that location, insert it, and move everything further. So this moving everything further, if it is a if you have to copy every element to the next to the new array. Let's say you're creating a new array, and where at the desired position you are appending your data, new data, you're inserting your new data, and the remaining entries you're copying to the new location. So the worst time complexity is order n, right? Because let's say if there is a length n array and you are appending something or inserting something in the beginning itself, then you have to move entire thing further. So if you copy the entire array, move the entire array. So that's why the complexity is of order n. Now appending, what is the meaning of appending? You just add something at the final location. So you're just adding something to the final location here. So what does that mean? You just go to the last location, append something there. That is, so it's constant time complexity. Now delete. Now delete means I give you an entry. You first find out where is an entry, then delete it, and then move all the entries after this to the like back to left by one position left. So that is why the complexity is of the order of n. Okay. So this was about arrays. Now we will look at some more interesting data types in the next videos.